Hi guys, welcome to our reading for early February 2018. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all psychic. We're all children of God. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. This could clarify the past. It could shed light into the future. It could be right in sync with the now. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. If you get a chance, try to check out the musical playlist I put below. See if there's something personal for you in the lyrics, in the music, or just enjoy the tunes. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, welcome to our reading for the beginning of February 2018. Let's begin. Let's get some clarity on the energies coming through at the beginning of the month. We're going to start the reading with the daily guidance from your angels, oracle cards. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. We'll start with one card, get some overall advice and wisdom for early February 2018. Let's start with one card, clarity for the beginning of the month. Oh, that's cool. Life purpose is coming through. So when I see this card, I feel like it's backwards. It's the purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding a purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. So when this card comes through, you have to ask yourself, what makes you happy? What do you like to do? What have you thought about doing for too long but never made that phone call, never reached out to sign up for that class, that thing that you do that you're talented at, that you're good at? What gives you joy in your life? Start down that path and then see which doors open up as you're walking down that path. It could start with one phone call, one conversation, one class that you sign up for. This could be a teaching student kind of energy, something you're natural at that others are interested in, that they want to learn from you, or it could be something that you're interested in and you want to learn from someone else. It could be anything. It could be something artistic, something creative, something that you get your hands into. It could be with the environment. It could be working on cars. It could be music, dance, going to the gym, yoga, building something. What are you into? What makes you happy? What makes you a bookworm? What makes you nerd out on something? You know, where do you want to know more about? What gets you itchy? What have you been thinking about too long that you've been procrastinating on starting? Give yourself a pocket of time, whether it's 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a week, half an hour a week, you know, one time a month that you can do something for you. Start there and see where it leads you, where it brings you, whom you meet along the way. It makes me think of a Russian doll. One of those dolls where you open it up and there's another one and another one, kind of like an onion. Unpeel the layers and find what's really down in the center. Sometimes it starts with just checking out what's on the surface of something and then digging deeper and then digging deeper and seeing where it leads you. You know, sort of like a scavenger hunt. You're finding a clue, it's bringing you somewhere else. Now what can you do? It might bring you somewhere you never, ever expected. But start with a phone call. Start with gathering some information. Sign up for something. Start to teach. If you're into something, whether it's crocheting, working on cars, cutting hair. I just thought of like doing updos on hair. What are you good at? What do you like to do that makes you happy? Start there. Talk to a friend. You know, see if you can do something with a buddy. See if you can do something on your own, and don't worry about what your friends think so much. You know, don't worry about who told you you can't do that because of whatever. These, you know, you can make a YouTube channel out of tiny food. I don't know why I just thought of that. That's a really weird one. So, you know, if there's something that you're into, there's probably somebody else out there, a community out there that's into the same thing as you. Reach your branches out and see where it takes you. See who you touch. Life purpose. I like this card. All right. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. So start there. What brings you joy? What do you notice brings others joy that you do? Where do you feel like that your scales just come back into balance, where you don't have lack, where you are fulfilled? Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. The right clients will come to you. The right connections will come to you. The right lessons, the right blessings will come to you. Use strength from things that didn't go so right in the past to bring you towards your new future. What you can do in a situation. But I feel like this starts with something small. It starts with one interest you have. It could turn into a lifelong career change and changing the world. But it starts with changing one little thing in your world. One little thing that you can do different, that you can do that's new. Start there and see what it brings you. See what new blessings fall into your world, what new relationships come into your world, where your road takes you. It might not be the destination you signed up for. It might be better. So let's get another card. Let's get clarity on life purpose for early February 2018. Let's get another card. Put more depth to life purpose. I'm also getting just not worrying so much. Lighten up the load a little bit, you know. Be light, be easy on yourself, be forgiving on yourself, be forgiving on others. Let's get another card, clarity on life purpose. And the Nine of Pentacles is coming through. This is a really strong card. I feel like it has to do with the environment when this card comes through. I feel like it's taking care of Mama Earth, taking care of animals, taking care of things that perhaps need a little help from you to handle it. It's also a very independent card. This is the independent person that has their shit together, that has everything going on for themselves, but they don't rely on others. So I would say upside down, sometimes this card comes through because you have to ask for help, because there's something around you that needs your help, and it's okay to reach out for help. But it comes through in the reading so you gain your own independence on something. So you're good on your own. You got it going on your own. You don't really need the help from others. So find that balance. Know when you need to ask for help. Know when help is available to you. When you're perhaps the one that can provide the help, provide the advice. But this card comes through when you're meant to do something on your own. It's a completion card with the 9, so it's feeling complete on your own. There's usually a girl with a big bird, you know, when this comes through. Here it's a badass hawk, so she's pretty badass, and I like her pagoda going on in the back. It also makes me think of stonework, bricklaying, stonework, mason work, something like that, building a good solid foundation with something. I also look at her beautiful silks and fabrics that she's wearing and her badass hairdo. It almost looks like her bird. So, getting involved in the environment, going outside and cleaning off your porch, you know, cleaning out your yard, perhaps getting ready for the change of season to come through. I feel like it comes through when you're taking care of animals, taking care of the environment, taking care of yourself, you know. Let's get clarity on the Nine of Pentacles. It's abundance in your environment. It's abundance in your surroundings. It's planting amazing seeds and having them become fields of fruit later. So this card comes through when there's sometimes hard work to do. You need a lot of strength to do something, to accomplish something, to finish something. But it's totally worth the effort. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you did something. You accomplished something yourself, that you did a good job. All right, let's get clarity on the Nine of Pentacles. We're going to go to the Fairy Tarot. Let's get another card. Clarity on the Nine of Pentacles and life purpose. It makes me think of organite and crystals and I want to say beekeeping. I know that's really random, but doing small things that make a big, big difference in your environment. A few years ago, we only had a couple, like under 10 apples in 7 apple trees. And my sister and I became beekeepers because my father had started beehives and left it to us when he passed away. So out of nowhere, my sister and I became beekeepers, and we went to a few meetings last year. We did get some help from some local beekeepers to help us know what to do at the change of the season with those bees. And I'll tell you, those apple trees, we had like 7 apple trees, and they were so abundant with apples this year. Hundreds and hundreds of apples. We almost didn't know what to do with all these apples. And it was just the difference of 1 year and having bees. So maybe it's just one small thing that you do that changes your environment big time. You know, pollinates the land, changes your surroundings in a big way by one thing you do. It makes me think of even recycling, you know, something like that, which makes me think of randomly going through your closet and perhaps weeding out the things you don't wear and giving to charity, something like that. Where can you start that will change the environment around you in a bigger way than it feels like by, you know, doing that one small thing that you can do? I don't know why I thought of bees with this card, but I did. So let's get another card. Let's get clarity on the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, well, that's definitely a completion card. That's the world. The world is in your hands. This is a big, I feel like it's a tweener card. It's sort of a curtain call. It's the ending and a beginning. It's feeling like you are finally involved in the changing of your own world. Like you are finally the director in a circumstance. Maybe you are a director. Maybe you direct shows or direct plays or an orchestra, something like that. Or you're becoming the director at your job, something like that. There's a direct energy with this card that means it's hands-on with you. The world is 21. It's a completion card. So 21 also brings us to a 3, which is a creative number. So this is a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. So it's closing one chapter and getting to start a new one that you're more involved with, that you're into, that you enjoy. You learned from that last chapter. It was great. It was what it was. But now there's something new waiting for you. There's a new world waiting for you. I just thought of a random song. I just thought of Can't Stop Now by Major Lazer. I'll put that below. That was sort of random. And Tupelo Honey, I'll put that one below too. I think that came through because of the bees. So this is a successful card. It's a big success. It's the major arcana, number 21. It's a major completion somewhere in your world so that you can start something new. So it's asking you to close the door somewhere, or there's a door that's going to close, and that's okay. It's going to bring you somewhere new. It's going to bring you somewhere you feel better in your shoes. Like those shoes you're wearing are yours. They're broken in. You're meant to be wearing them. You're getting your hands dirty and you're loving it because this energy is building something in your world. It could start with a brand new foundation. Let me see what I get from this card. I feel like she has big butterfly wings, so you feel free. You feel like you're lightening up your load somewhere. You're releasing some of the pressure on yourself in your situation. Maybe changing something around in your schedule, you know, freeing up some space somewhere. It could be freeing up the space in your house. I just thought of like painting your walls a different color. It could be something like that. It could be changing your furniture around so you flow more easily through your own world, through your own space. What can you do in your world to make it better, to make it fresh, to make it interesting, to make it exciting, to make it something you love? You know, where can you add a little spice in your world? She also has an awesome corset on. That was random. And there's these little fairies that look like they're doing yoga or stretching or movement of some sort. So maybe you're doing some yoga, taking a walk, going to the gym, feeling more in tune with your body. Maybe changing something around in your diet so you have more energy, changing something around even in your sleep schedule so you don't feel so tired in your world when you wake up, so you feel refreshed somewhere. Finding a new balance in your world. I also feel like she has ski poles. I know she's outside, like she's taking flight in the garden, but look like ski poles or maybe something in the garden. And I noticed the feathers, so maybe there's something with feathers. You have a connection with feathers, with butterflies, fairies, maybe flowers. It makes me think of my sister. She was having some fermented dandelion, which was sort of random. So maybe it's some fresh greens, some kale, something different, maybe something from your garden. Maybe you're planning on starting a garden and it's starting making new plans. All right, let's get another card. This is a really nice reading. It's really strong. The World 21, a major completion, a major sense of completion, feeling good about where you've come from, where you're going, something that feels successful. It could be something really small. Sometimes you wake up and you do one little small thing and that makes your whole day a success. So don't put so much pressure on this big ending or this big successful thing. Sometimes it's something really small that feels really big. It feels really good. And sometimes a lot of small, tiny things add up in the big picture to be huge changes in your world. So maybe it starts with something small, but down the line it makes a really big difference in your life. Maybe you and your family, your friends, at your job, or just you in your own little world. Let's move along. Let me let you see these cards again. It's the Nine of Pentacles, the Life Purpose card. I feel like there's study involved here. A little bookworm energy, some nerd energy, getting excited about studying, you know. Something about time. Maybe you need to change something in your schedule to create more time for you somewhere. You know, a little extra room, wiggle room somewhere to do something you love. I see the hourglass and then he's sitting in front of a big ass clock. So maybe you need to move something around, create more time for yourself. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding a purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then the purpose will serve you. So I'm getting asking questions. Maybe somebody is asking about something you do. Maybe somebody keeps asking about something you do. They're interested in learning something that you do, maybe naturally. Maybe you don't even think about it. Maybe the act of teaching somebody else or extending a hand somewhere is going to bring a little life into that thing you do rather than it be, I guess, draining energy. All right, let's move along. Let's go to the Oracle of Visions and summarize number 21, the world, a brilliant success, freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Feeling good about completing something, feeling good after you finally accomplish something, after you finally start something. Sometimes it's not the ending. Sometimes it's just getting past the beginning, getting past go. Once you get past go, you're good. But, you know, get past that start. Hit your foot on the gas. I just thought of Drive by Incubus. I'll put that below. All right, let's get another card. Let's get clarity on the world. The Nine of Pentacles, independent, strong, environmentalist type of energy. And that one just fell. What is that one? 45. Puppet on a string. It's almost like you're creating the world. You're the one controlling the situation. Let's see. I didn't expect that one to jump on out. Number 45 is, well, oh no, wait. Manipulation, control, role-playing, and wishful thinking. So, what good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Cabaret. Lyrics from the music Cabaret. And this is Life is a Cabaret, a theater, a performance. We are acting out roles as villains and heroes. Like marionettes, we are both manipulated and manipulating, writing and following the script. We share the stage with others for some acts and perform solos in others. In this parody, we can create artificial scenarios, our planned outcomes. We can transform something or someone. We can transform into something or someone that we are not. There may be a creative benefit in that which we are encouraged to fulfill our dreams and wishes. The danger is in losing oneself in the role and losing touch with the reality behind the stage doors. So snapping back into reality with something. Perhaps you started in this role and it just became a role and you took yourself out of it. You took your own personal flair out of a situation and you feel like you're not even you in that situation anymore. It's time to put yourself back in your own shoes in the situation. I'm going to pull another card. That one sort of jumped and came a little fast. So let's do one more card. Clarity on number 45, manipulation, control, role-playing, and wishful thinking. I'll let you see this card. It makes me think of the song by Queen. The one about the show. I'll put it below. I know which one I'm thinking, but I can't get the title, so I'm not going to dwell on it. But I'll definitely put it below. Let's get another card. Clarity on 45, on 21, the world. Life purpose, and the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like that's the final curtain call on something, or the way that you did something before, so that now you go back on stage with a fresh energy. Go back to what you do with a fresh outlook, a different way to do something, a different costume, a different look, a different something, you know, to put a little flair of you back in there. Let's get one more card. And we have 23. Wow. She has this badass tattoo of a tree on her back. It makes me think of having deep roots. There's also a unicorn in the background, and she's balancing 2 eggs in a nest on her arm. It makes me think of nature. Balancing something, cleansing something, finding enchantment somewhere, finding the miracles in something. Let's see what this card is. It's number 23. Providing shelter. So home is a shelter from storms, all sorts of storms. William J. Bennett. Our relationship with the natural, this is like the environmentalist card, sort of like the Nine of Pentacles coming through. You know, and you also have the world here. Sometimes, I want to mention, the world comes through when you're actually traveling the world, when you're going somewhere different in the world, when you're getting out of your own little world a little bit and going somewhere else. So sometimes I feel like this can be a major travel card. So doing something for the world, something bigger than your own world, something for the bigger world, but also being a part of it too. So here it's home. So our relationship with the natural world is at its lowest ebb, and as humans we are becoming increasingly detached. Our physical lives may have been made more comfortable by our technical advances, but our spiritual lives may be diminished. A woman transforms her body with a symbolic tree as she offers support and safety to nature. Maybe some of you have a tattoo or do tattooing or something with body work, or you'll notice somebody that has a tattoo that means something for you. It starts a conversation, maybe something like that. The serenity of her offer is accepted and returned with complete trust. A warm glow is generated from that interaction. In the distance, a unicorn notices and looks approvingly, but ironically, there's a sad poignancy of his attention. Is it that the magical creature has seen so few of such acts? Despite the overall trend, there is hope in that we are at least aware of our damaging imprint and the increasing acknowledgement and desire to readiness the imbalances. That's really cool that this card came through. I mean, it's definitely doing something at the beginning of the month that helps heal the world. Maybe it starts with healing your own world. Something small you can do that makes a big impact. And the Nine of Pentacles is helping the environment, helping the animals, doing something in your community that you can do to make a big difference. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.